comrades. As we know, being a comrade Minkailu Kogoma, I want just get to say or a voice regarding the PPRC ruling. I don't see both sides of the divide, the one that we still think say them for the facts, not gladly with the ruling where PPRC make. A lot of people don't criticize, well, then they in the minority anyway, where they criticize this ruling. Some man been they anticipate something different from waiting PPRC rule. I mean, both sides of the divide within the 21-man committee. We all know say we get the Alfred Conte faction, then we get the Abdul Kagbo faction. Based on the opinion the way we don't sound around, the one that we don't make audios, the one that we don't write, some are not gladdy. Some are even they challenge PPRC authority and they make some comments that were not necessary. Now we all know say PPRC as established by law, this is the 2002 Political Parties Registration Commissions Act. They get the right for regulate the conduct of political parties in this country. The act guarantee them that they and always in and do it within the mandates. It within this act of the PPRC. It within the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone. It within the March 7, 2022 APC Constitution. This one. I don't think say always in PPRC do now Jupiter and Pulam. Now from within the laws where they guide political parties and where they guide the country in democracy. So I don't think say we for bash at PPRC. Waiting PPRC do not for satisfy any sect or group of individuals. Waiting and do not for satisfy the majority, the vast majority of the APC people. Will be the cry for democracy, will the cry for an open field. We say let the process be transparent. So now if they don't give opportunity to everybody for register and participate in the democratic process now with party, the internal democracy of the APC, I don't think say possible for bash at PPRC. So the one that they bash at them, where they say things that were inimical to democracy and to the progress of a party, it is strong blood dropper. The only remedy where anybody go get now, if you want to challenge this ruling, pass it go to court. And I don't think say anybody go wish for go to court. So now we all agree for accept this ruling as it is. Let them make the necessary amendments within 10 days. If not myself, now in the Itgc, now within 72 hours, I go make the amendment and day. So that they go gazette within 2 weeks, it become the rules then. The binding rules will guide the conduct of we particular elections the way they can go into. From wards to constituency, to district, to regions, to specialized organs of the party, and to NDC. The question about when they for elect the flag bearer, they also don't address her. So all waiting need for the address. This ruling don't address her. So I just go make this short. Good morning, fellow comrades. As soon as
Well. Yes, from the PPRC ruling, you get different other things there. Plenty people not being glad, plenty people being glad with regards to what PPRC being say. And interestingly, this young man, when a Minkailu Kuruma, they actually done the one with regards the PPRC ruling, with regards waiting people and to go about for do. Well, we see this BNTM, the battle don't intensify. The battle inside the Itgc, the Peter Conte faction and the lead Honorable Abdul Kagbo faction. We been not here Usai Honorable Abdul Kagbo, we don't even talk say they want to be very, very careful because of the 2023 election where they are ahead of them. But in same way so say, if they not take them, it could be very, 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 very dangerous for them for the 2023 election in terms of their participation. Well, in this BNT, we hear Usai Honorable Abdul Kagbo and Alfred Peter Conte within the AYV Usai. They meet up and talk about different things, them allegation and counter allegation, sack and counter sack, dreb and counter dreb. Well, now we don't see for long term, we don't say PPRC don't take 1, 2, 3 steps, but the court not take no action yet. Well, it look like say the court be really try for be patient with them, just like what in PPRC say. He say, I don't try my best for make a put una together, but it left una for make una able for take up responsibility for una self. Well, as for the talk so, the court don't slam one tranga injunction. In other words, they don't suspend or they don't stop the interim transition governing committee where they can say Itgc of the APC. They don't suspend or tap them, work them inside the party. Then say, not to the chairman, not to the secretary or any other body, then for tap, in other words, then don't tap them, not for do any activity we get for do with the APC. Well, if in disguise you will say, for now, no ITGC no day, because when injunction day, it means that because the ITGC be basically been there now the party for make them able for run the day-to-day affairs of the party. But if they don't give the injunction, it means they don't tap them. None of them not for do work. Well, in disguise, they don't really try for scatter the ITGC. Well, before we go into this being like I say, we been see who side the Alfred Peter Conte and the Honorable Abdulkagbo been there at AYV. First of all, let me take a brief excerpt from AYV, short part of what Peter Conte been say, and then when he come back just now and can analyze that. I want for Yeri, what you wanna think as Fisher, Justice Adrian Fisher, don slam injunction where they restrain the party not for go on with any activity. When we see party, sometimes go say, no, not so they say. They don't restrain the ITGC, the we include the chairman Alfred Peter Conte. Enough for put mouth, enough for put hand, enough for do anything we get for do with the ITGC. Not to no more. The secretary, when an Honorable Abdulkagbo, he said not for do nothing, no activity, not the way they for do. Well, wait to something other person will get where they look at. If they don't tap Abdulkagbo, then tap how they call him, Peter Conte. Well, they don't set up one committee where for go on with the lower level election. So waiting for happen. That committee they go work or not go work. Well, Fisher can just give me blanket in anger power. We not can get details of waiting the happen. But in the meantime, let me hear it quick. Waiting and waiting. Alfred Peter Conte be say na AYV. We'll come back just now.
Meetings you're referring to, the allegation is that Alfred has members of the committee that the court ordered for him to bring in as a chairman, and when Alfred wants to meet, Alfred calls his faction, his guys, his allies, or political stooges, should I put it. And those meetings are called when Parliament is sitting. So the other guys would not be present in those meetings. And evidently, when Alfred calls with his own guys, they form a quorum. So whether or not these MPs are there, let's wait, we call meeting when they have sittings in Parliament and they're not available. That's the allegation here.
So those allegations also are false. We've called meetings when Parliament is sitting, and they will attend. They've attended numerous meetings when Parliament is sitting. And to say we can't do anything as a party because the parliamentarians are not around, that also is not something we're willing to accept. So this is what's going on. If Parliament is sitting, let's assume, and we call the meeting, if those parliamentarians, all 8 of them, decided not to come, we have 4 members that's supposed to come. So we should have at least 13 people, provided everybody else have the luxury of coming to the meeting. Now, when that happens, you can understand, okay, we have a committee, we have 13 people, they can voice their opinion. You can ask anybody that I brought into my into the ITGC. I've never prepped them to go in and vote for anything or any particular. Nobody will tell me or will tell you he told me to do this. They have freedom. So at the end of the day, you call a meeting, you're expecting to see 21 people, and then you go in, they're doing what they call a boycott. So all 12 of them will refuse to come. There's a press release to the effect, a letter that we wrote, an open letter to the leader of the opposition in Parliament, basically echoing the behavior of the parliamentarians, because we've called 9 meetings and they've boycotted all 9 meetings.
Your agenda initially is to imbibe democracy into the party, but you seem to be failing.
No. Actually, like I said, if you listen to the noise, that's what the picture they're trying to paint. As I speak to you today, we've started training people that are going to conduct the registration process. It started on Monday. We've done, I think, 7 districts as I speak. And we're working towards training people. Next week, Monday, the APC will start officially to re-register and verify the old register, and have in 20 days time from Monday, we'll finish all the registration. We'll have a new set of register that has the level of credibility that we're looking at. And after that, we're going to go into elections. It's going to happen. They're fighting so that don't happen. They're doing everything. And they have some support from some government institution.
Let me quickly ask this question before we take some messages, Alfred. The PPR, I read a letter from the PPRC that the commission is concerned that even the court order, I mean, the party does not seem to be going with the court order, and so they invited even, I think, elders of the party and some state actors to a meeting so they can help to redeem the APC. First off, how did the committee receive that particular statement from the PPRC?
Well, any effort to bring peace is welcomed by the committee. Any effort. It's unfortunate, in my estimation and other people's estimation, the PPRC has been part and parcel, if not the problem, in this particular committee. The judge...
Do you consider the PPRC to be part of the problems?
Yes.
Go ahead.
This is why. We have a committee known as the Itgc. When the PPRC want to deal with the Itgc, even in their directives for the lower level elections, they were taking 2 submissions. When they write to us, they write 2 letters, one to the chairman and one to the secretary. And everything they came up with is something that just will find a divide. So I had a meeting on Monday with the PPRC chairman, and I told him to his face, I said, you're the problem. You cannot treat the Itgc as 2 separate entities. We're one.
Why would there be allegations against you that you're sent by the APC main rival, the SLPP, to destabilize the APC and, disenfranchise the party ahead of the 2023 elections? Why are there such allegations against you?
So those are the allegations they're using to fuel or mislead the people. Those allegations are always coming when they know they can't win the argument. It's simple. Come up with credible debates. Let's talk about it. I'm willing anytime. So anytime they lose the argument, they go out to incite the people that this guy is an agent of the SLPP.
Let's get to talk about the specific allegations against Alfred Peter Conte. So first off, you've been accused of being a dictator, unilaterally making decisions, and we've seen evidently that Alfred will sign a press release, Honorable Abdul Kabo will sign another, countering each other, contradicting each other. So if you talk about your quest is to democratize the APC, now, why are you being accused of being a dictator and unilaterally making decisions in the committee?
Please, una listen carefully to everything when it come out. In the first place, Alfred will be not get this thing. We just recap because of the recent developments. Alfred be not accused PPRC say now then they feel waiting they happen inside them party, especially within the Itgc. Well, even PPRC be not warn the Itgc say, then they basically go against all waiting the judgment say, waiting the ruling say from the court. So now the court don't decide for stand up and take action. And the action when they don't take this time, we ask now, who side go put the APC? Who that win in this? Now this they can say, war, anyhow that war they turn a big say, na table and they sit down, they end up. Not to gun or gun the end gun, or not to cost the end cost. So this is the position and this is the problem. Now the accusation on Peter, yeah, nothing where plenty people don't they say. Let me listen, waiting even the reply.
Well, being a dictator and unilaterally making a decision is in fact a crime. We have a court order that won't allow me to make a unilateral decision, especially when it has to do with executing those court orders. So every decision that have made that has to do with executing those court orders have been something that we held a meeting. We will go into those meetings, we would deliberate, people would talk, people will give counter positions. At the end of the day, somebody will move a motion, somebody second the motion, we put it to vote, and they vote for it. So everything that I have done, we have evidence of meeting and minutes. So it's easy. I feel sometimes, I wonder how it's easy for somebody to just lie.
So this is not a big problem. Who that's a talk through in this case? Now, ain't not the biggest problem. We are yesterday as Doya, and I'll tell you, say, we want politicians, not to that kind of politician where they see himself as a politician, but politician where they see himself like a leader. Because there is a vast difference between a leader and a politician. Of course, like we think caretaker baby don't say, politicians them not stick to them promise. Politicians them not stick to the original plan. Always then get change, and when they change in their own interest. So we want a leader when he's always see the people them and they put the interest of the country and them people above all things. But in the case of what we see now, it's like everybody they move forward for own. The allegation being, as we talk, so a lot of people still convinced say Alfred then bring her or then plant her as a mole inside the Itgc or inside the APC for destabilize them and cripple them for the 2023 election. Alfred said no, this is not the argument where every time when they don't get anything for say, now this and this and this, they can go with. But a lot of things in there where I would really want you continue for listening, because this don't land the party now to the position where Fisher don't put them now. For now this week he always say, if us not sell you, treat not go buy you. If the APC, Itgc not put themselves together, of course the court go buy them cheap one. We talked here yesterday say we expect the front runners then, like the Samura Kamara, like the Sam Sumana, like the Kaifala Mara, like the Richard Conte, like whatever you call the names, then Kemosi say all of these guys, the Ernest by Koroma, therefore actually sit down, the Yansane sit down like a team and see how best they can able for redeem the party. This not on the time for begin make big man upon big man. Everything they need for do now, you call this, hey you boy, this now woodness you make so. Now we you big one, conky head, let it steady. And then they make fun. Okay, you back come. You say you want cat in the party, but the kind of thing you do, it not be fine. Slappy waist. You know, now so we big one and they do we. They cannot say something really wrong, but they do them thing and they at the end of the day they say, okay, well come, sit down. This is our party. If you really get the interest, let we do this and this. But in the case of Usai, ego, they speak volume. Everybody want for win. Nobody no one for give up. Then they get themselves into that kind of nasty problem. Where in the end, except if they not get the interest of the country, then go get for regret them. And then go pay for that one day dearly. But let me continue for listening to Peter Conte. We get for come back to Abdul and Kagbo Honorable.
Like that. Those are lies. That's all I'm saying. So I've never done anything unilateral.
Those meetings you're referring to, the allegation is that, Alfred has members of the committee that the court ordered for him to bring in as a chairman. And when Alfred wants to meet, Alfred calls his faction, his guys, his allies, or political stooges, should I put it. And those meetings are called when Parliament is sitting. So the other guys would not be present in those meetings. And evidently, when Alfred calls with his own guys, they form a quorum. So whether or not these MPs are there, let's wait, we call meeting when they have sittings in Parliament and they're not available. That's the allegation here.
So those allegations are also false. We've called meetings when Parliament is sitting and they will attend. They've attended numerous meetings when Parliament is sitting. And to say we can't do anything as a party because the parliamentarians are not around, that also is not something we're willing to accept. So this is what's going on. If Parliament is sitting, let's assume, and we call the meeting, if those parliamentarians, all 8 of them, decided not to come, we have 4 members that's supposed to come. So we should have at least 13 people, provided everybody else have the luxury of coming to the meeting. Now, when that happens, you can understand, okay, we have a committee, we have 13 people, they can voice their opinion. You can ask anybody that I brought into my, into the ITGC.
You see, in some cases, that word of my, me, na me, this, it creates problem. Now, if you listen to Alfred Peter Conte, we will come to Abdul Inyon for analyze what he said we don't say. But if you listen to Alfred Peter Conte say, they're not willing or they're not ready for example, if Parliament is sit and the member of Parliament they're not there, they're not the wait for them. Now only Usai grudge, Usai divide, Usai envy, Usai badat, Usai hatred day. Now then you will see all of them things in there. Because as a leader, if you really get the party in your heart, yeah, for avoid certain things then, you get for wait because there are other people in there, they as well they answer to national call, they as well they answer to party call. Yeah, then they on national duty for let them go to parliament and let them go even discuss things them about the country. It's very important. It is equally important, or if not more than important, than the party. So if you don't know say parliament for seats, you get like 12 or 14 members where the day na that sitting day. Then you dey say if parliament is seat, we're not ready or we're not willing for wait for them. Now only Usai divided mind day. Now they will talk to. For example, if we use for it at dinner table, then we not say this not day. And then go attend to a very important thing. Now we all plant it together for let we able for discuss, because normally we sit down at dinner table and then we can discuss lots of issues them. But if you say no, because they're not there today, we not wait for them, or because they don't go under, we not wait for them. It sure say una not really speak with one voice. Una not get the love for una self. Una not get the love for the party. Now only on that kind of situation and day you dey get words them when it come out of a leader of this nature. We move.
I've never prepped them to go in and vote for anything or any particular. Nobody will tell me or will tell you he told me to do this. They have freedom. So at the end of the day, you call a meeting, you're expecting to see 21 people, and then you go in, they're doing what they call a boycott. So all 12 of them will refuse to come. There's a press release to the effect, a letter that we wrote, an open letter to the leader of the opposition in parliament, basically echoing the behavior of the parliamentarians, because we've called 9 meetings and they've boycotted all 9 meetings.
Your agenda initially is to imbibe democracy into the party, but you seem to be failing.
No. Actually, like I said, if you listen to the noise, that's what the picture they're trying to paint. As I speak to you today, we've started training people that are going to conduct the registration process. It started on Monday. We've done, I think, 7 districts as I speak. And we're working towards training people. Next week, Monday, the APC will start officially to re-register and verify the old register.
Hold on. So it talks something, say if you listen to the noise, you're not going to be able to do something. You know, not only bad leader get that mentality there. Because if you're not a good leader, where you're ready for move something with that kind big plan where you been get initially, when you hear some things then, you try for engage. You try for dialogue. You try for negotiate and see how best to not able for move. Like for example, one of the things we create the August 10th and something now because we only that way we get, we caretaker. They fail for listen. It fail for dialogue. It fail for engage. A lot of times, they're not the call say, we want for talk, we want for hearing, we caretaker the talk. It deliberately not to do that, it just to ignore and say, this now opposition and not just care. Then we see whose side we did. Yeah? So now the same path Peter go. Because he gets a divided mind with other sets of people, then divide, they not to think about the country and the party. That is why anything will come up, even if not for the interest, and they tell you plain say, and we not willing for wait for now. One, or we come on, this not some things that, or if you listen to the noise of the market, I'm not just a leader and you're worse than that. Leader, if you don't hear anything in them, you get for negotiate. At all, if you feel say things they not they go on, I say call the big one there. I always believe for call on other person for let it be second ears, third ears into anything because na for tomorrow. Peter, in John they come out and tell we now say he no care, he no dey listen, but that's not what the kind leader. One of the things where he stand up for, where he begin come, where he just come, he say, Anes by Kroma, na a dictator. Anes by Kroma, not the listen. Anes by Kroma, just the do things them where he want for do. But now you hear from your mouth, we not willing. Leader not the talk so. And we not care. Leader not the talk so. Leader not the talk so. Or the one where they talk so, now the one where na follower, or the one where na streets and somebody, but leader, when you really they lead a serious institution, you know they talk their word and they. Let's continue for listening.
And have in 20 days time from Monday, we'll finish all the registration. We'll have a new set of register that has the level of credibility that we're looking at. And after that, we're going to go into elections. It's going to happen. They're fighting so that don't happen. They're doing everything. And they have some support from some government institutions.
The there you keep referring to, you've not been able to come up with names. And on the part of those who accuse you, they're bold enough to mention your name as the key problem in the party right now. But you keep saying they, and who are the they specifically?
Well, it's 12 people that are holding us back. The judge, in his wisdom, has dealt with the APC for some time. In this final judgment that he gave, he appointed one position in the APC, the chairman. That's it. Because he knew the last time he gave a ruling, he appointed a secretary, and the secretary didn't do well.
So this is another big problem. In anything, you don't need to be at the center as a leader. Say, me, this are me, and me. Apart from me, nobody else. So, in the case of this, the judge just appoint one person, and that's not the chairman. Interestingly, the judge not ever say, na Peter Conte for be the chairman. He say, from Peter Conte in group, na they the chairman for come out. So, it be left, let them decide now. And indeed, when they decide, they say Peter Conte. Now, just the chairman, he not say Peter Conte. But in the case of Usai, I did tell you about leadership. Leader, not they always think about himself. Just me. Anything, me. It's either my way or nothing else. In the case of Usai, it's either my way and nothing else, then I fail you they lead to. It will lead to a serious failure of your leadership. And then you get again who that them willfully or unknowingly they undermine you. This is not the problem right now. We move.
You know, in fact, things came out to the point where the outgone Secretary General was found guilty of contempt, which is a criminal offense. You understand? So this time around, the judge said, I am going to have only a chairman. So we sat down in the committee. We said, all right, let's create standing committees. These standing committees, that's where we created the secretariat. It's made up of 5 people. And we created the publicity, we created organizing, we created the finance committee. These are all sets of people. But the only committee that is going after or against everything we're doing, the committee that the defunct executive is using to throw spanners into the works of the Itgc, became the secretariat. So we looked at it, we said, okay, we held a meeting, again, a legitimate meeting. We said, people came up with different proposals, that the behavior of the Honorable Abdul Kabu is just unacceptable. His behavior is maladministration. Nobody has ever seen that type of behavior, where the chairman will ask you to put out a press release, you will refuse, and then once the chairman does it, you will go on, because I am the head of each of those standing committee.
We go there again. Okay, it's cool that na him. But look at this other thing. It's possible say then they undermine this man. It's possible. But let me look at the other way again. If you get your member them of 9, when I you the command, according to what you say, me young people the way I bring, according to you, me young people the way I bring, yeah? You get them. Let's say you really want to take action. According to you, you quote something very brilliantly in the full interview. They say the judgment say, in any meeting, they for take decision based on 1/3 of the people that were present. Well, in your own word, let's say that's so it be. But for the sake of peace, for the sake of unity, for the sake of love, for the sake of oneness, and for the sake of your own good name as a leader, certain things then you know they do them. Something and you look certain things and you swallow your pride and move how it's supposed to be. But in the case of Usa, you just feel say, holy and solely na me, I suppose na me they na all the committee them as the chairman, na me this, na me. Very, very, very bad leadership, character.
Because I'm a member of each of them. So that's what's going on. They came up with a resolution after the meeting. And in that resolution, the ITGC decided that the Honorable Abdul Kago is no longer secretary of the committee and is no longer part of the secretariat.
The ITGC, now 21 man, Peter Conte again 9. And then they meet up the 9, and then 1/3, where according to Ramo, they still, get the right, 1/3 of the one that will witness the meeting. But if you say 1/3, una 9, una pull 1/3, una vote and say, okay, we don't agree, ITGC, we don't agree. But not to 9 man, not just say, okay, you get right, but still, not to 9 man, no more, then at the ITGC. Not to 9 man. Now the same thing that happens on the national platform. Marabio, all thing now one set of people, and then the other set of people they feel aggrieved, and then they always come back and say they not care, and because they not care, we defend with a lot of things them when they make. Then instead of them pay attention to certain things them, then the fella I don't care, and then they wreck the country. Now the same thing that happens so inside the ITGC. Because the one man where always the thing say, na me na the only one where they appoint. Na me as the chairman, na the only one where the court say na legal. All the other one who just can't select them. Because of that, I not care. We not willing. Don't land into big mess right now. The question is, how na they get out of them?
Because of this thing you're talking about.
And with all the infight within the party, well, the one after the election, after 2018, the court sessions back and forth, and back where you're at right now as a political party, it seems it's just an easy wave for the SLPP to retain the presidency in 2023 election.
This is not exactly the thing. The way how, Fatima been talk something, and we sit there and tell her say, Fatima know the talk something based on what he non sabi, what they no don't plan. Anything when Fatima come out and talk, now reality. Look for example, let's take simple example. When Fatima say, me man, na master of coup d'etat. You think say he just come out and talk him? The answer na no. It talk him out of the word when your man talk, when una not being able for pick up. A man na he can talk first. Say, if he don't be in this position, nobody not able for do that same kind of thing to her. Now in woman just beef up and put on that way. So if Fatima come out again and talk say, more problem day ahead of the APC, not by mistake. Because at one point, if you don't tell una say, anything where he come out to the public and talk, nothing where he and a man can don't arrange for before he come out and talk. Una the sleep or not they understand. So you fully accuse Peter say in a mole, he then send him na SLPP product and so he don't say no. But let we read along the line, waiting the apple. Let we come out from Peter and go outside the bigger picture and look at the opposition, waiting and talk, and look at the judge, where then they use. Then you could begin to understand waiting the apple. Until now they read or on the copy on this study, we move.
It seems, I like the word it seems, but it is not going to happen. Like I told you, we'll do what it takes.
But how successful would it be? A house that cannot hold itself together, a destabilized and disorganized house, not in unity. How do you go then into a battle?
So, like I said, we're working towards it. By the end of next week, I'll probably come again and tell you that the APC registered this much people already, and we're on track.
Are you heading to fail the next election, to lose the election woefully?
No, the next election we're going to win, and there's not going to be a runoff. I want you to take that to the bank.
So how the win the B and how runoff how you say runoff not possible? You know, I see them days there in the beginning, they holla, hey, Mother be the win without runoff. Now then they say we must go runoff. Now the APC, the bank on this voter registration say, now we don't see this. We put the northwest, you put the northeast, you put the western area together, you don't get this big amount. We go far. Una did deceive una self. In any race, you know, we don't see people them when they celebrate before they even reach to the end of the race. That's the bad part of any competition. We see them. They don't run, they don't beat, they don't, like the athletes. They don't run, almost don't reach na the line. Because he don't reach na the line, he relax. Then the other person, well determined, he just can pass. And he win, then he celebrate for lose. So that confidence every day. We did win. We did this. Una come out of that one day. Politics is very dirty, is very tricky. In just 1 second, thing they change. Now look for example, how Donald Trump win. Hillary Clinton be the lead at one point. We think the twinkle of an eye. All things change. At the end of the day, begins, hey, now Russia, hey, now this, hey, now that. No get confidence per election result. Never until they call the result. Look what in happen. Now this you can confidently tell we say, no, we dey win the election without runoff. You sick. You look sick. You look sick. You really look sick. So what do we do now? Let me carry here back. Waiting Honorable Abdul be reply. Let me hear waiting instant be reply. We come back just now. Well, not only come back, we still they do like what we do for Peter Conte, stop her and analyze them again.
The interim chairman has alleged that you are, sort of, to summarize, have been
a tool.
You've been.
And please not go non-side because after, we will elect for hearing from you. What do you think about the injunction where they don't give to the interim? In other words, the suspend or the tap where Justice Fisher don't say the Itgc, including the Peter Conte, the Abdul Kagbo, therefore tap for do all activity we get for do with the party. What do you think? Or what do you make up of this? Now the big question is what they ask. So long continue for listening to Abdul Kagbo.
You've been put aside for insubordination. What do you say for yourself?
Of course, he knows that he does not have the authority, he does not have the moral standing, he does not have the audacity. The ruling is explicitly clear. Go to paragraph 90.10.6, the judge deliberately stated that because of unity, decisions of the Itgc shall be by simple majority. Ask him how many people he sat with that agreed to remove me as secretary of the committee. He does not have the number, and you cannot take decision when you don't have the number. One thing he is feeling and he's thinking is that he is an executive chairman of the All People's Congress, which is not true. He is just the head of Itgc, and Itgc is a committee instituted by the court to run the affairs of the party. So the powers the executive chairman would have in the APC, he does not have, because any decision the committee should make should be by simple majority, which he does not command. He has performed to the extent that there are some people whom he appointed that have seen that he is not working towards the progress of the party, and they have deliberately disassociated themselves from him.
So this is not the big thing. But before I go to that one, let's just read one thing quick, draw my attention. He said, anyhow, then the later APC the contest the 2023 election. Yeah, he say if PPRC mistakes say then go ban APC for contest this election. then ban and sanction this government and PPRC. Okay, basically, PPRC not only ban, not all PPRC go say APC not take part. But the way how this infighting they go, let's tell you one thing. Sometimes they are listening to some people and they say, ordinary judge, now they go ban one old political party, una don't know what una they talk. Una really don't know. And they hear other people and they say, this judge, we not even, and get the right for practice. Now, sometimes they una need for begin think bigger. The reason why I say bigger, for example, let's say this government, everything that they do on the wrong way. Let me say, Fisher no get right for practice. But this government don't give them the right for practice. So whatever the reason or whatever the thing be, una get for listen to wetin Fisher they say because he na the judge for the day. Now bad judge, he not legal, he not qualified. Not so that's the question right now. Now about how for escape this bad judge in bad decision. Now in the biggest thing. How for escape that? Not about, hey, Fisher not qualify. Fisher not qualify. Fisher not get right for practice. But now in the treat una right now. And any case we get for do it una, now Fisher then they put. Any case. So now it's about waiting una for do within the party for put una house together for make una escape all of the bad decision. Because for say, hey, na SLPP na implant policy, SLPP na this, because this policy able can and penetrate for una wall because una defense not good. Una divide. Una always think for just una self. That is why somebody from nowhere they can penetrate for una. Then they able for use the court against una because una not divide, una not unite. Because if una be not try for put one or two things then and forget about ego, una not dey reach usa una dey so today. Now this is an injunction, and then say until Fisher give in ruling, give in final ruling. Who's them? It can be tomorrow, yeah. It can be next tomorrow, yeah. It can be who's them. It left to them. Nobody know the force them. It left to in discretion. So this time, like we be the talker yesterday, the leaders then for don't really call Peter. They all sit down and then they find ways how for just draw the case. Because for let you say we go. Now we case then a court. For let the judge or the Fisher able for give decision. Now we case then a court. Because if they don't take case go meet Fisher know they can't take case count to now. So if una sit down and say, dear, let we forget about everything that happened. Let we get one focus right now, winning the election, and let we pull this case common court. Fisher no will say no. Now complain and go let to Fisher. If me we go let complain after no one complain again, Fisher no will say no. But because all man they make big man, all man they make big woman, all man they think of your ego and your self and pride, and forget about una your self party. That is why una they really go to this point. Let me continue for listening. Now, they talk about meeting where Alfred the old and where then the old. Let me continue for listening.
Now he has only 7 people in the committee, and 7 people in the committee can't run the committee. It is at variance with what is stated in the ruling of Justice Fisher.
Sorry, Honorable Abdul Kabir, would come to look at, the legality of the powers upon him to do that. But let's look at the allegations he made against you that insubordination, when you're asked to put out a press release, you refuse to do that. Why has there been that hostility where you refuse to take instructions from the chairman?
Again, I am not to take instructions from the chairman. Let's go again to the ruling. The ruling says decisions of the ITGC shall be by simple majority. So I am obliged to take instructions from simple majority than the chairman. The chairman does not instruct or control the operations of the ITGC. The operations of the ITGC are deliberately as couched in the ruling of Justice Fisher are to be dictated by simple majority. So the chairman can't go at variance with simple majority and you expect me to go by the chairman as if a special power has been given to the chairman. The ruling is very instructive, the ruling is very clear, the ruling is very simple to understand that decisions of ITGC shall be by simple majority.
And what constitutes the simple majority?
Simple majority? Say again.
What constitutes the simple majority?
In a committee of 21, the simple majority is 11. That is also in the advisory note sent to the committee by PPIC. You know, the number is clear. The committee is a committee of 21. So simple majority of 21 is 11.
So the question now, whether they do in Peter in way or not Peter in way, for say really, because if Peter say he can't for liberate the party, let's put on this way, let's talk directly to them. If he say he can't for liberate the party from the kind bondage where he been there, if you really mean him and you really love him, you know go see at this 11th hour, within November, we just get few more months for go to the election. You know go sit down, they slam another injunction. Just pa una your idol a lucky business. Una no go do that. If una really get the party at heart. But Peter is like, you don't create the kind old past waiting the pattern be don't create according to you. Anything when me say I love, I know they allow somebody for can make it go to nonsense. And they do me best for make sure it stand out. But now, like for example, let's look this biblical example. The story of wise King Solomon, and then 2 women and this 1 pikin. This woman go take him company pikin. He say na him own. Then call them to the king. Who da get this pikin? Na me. Who da get the pikin? Who da really like this pikin? Na me. Now in this case right now. Peter say elect the party. Abdul Kagbo and the other hand say they elect the party. Who da get the party? Na me. Who da get the interest of the party? Na me. The real one, we look forward for 9 days into this story. Now the king say, okay, we know we're able for no that get this speaking. So the best we can do, not just cut this speaking middle. We give them the half, The other relax and say, okay. The other say, no. If not that, me, I the get this speaking. But this speaking, na me speaking, and they not for kill him. Then wise king, in your wisdom, say, yes. You want this speaking. You get pain. You know how you feel for this speaking. So you ready for even sacrifice, say, take him. Once we not go to that point where we go lost the picking. Now like this. Peter say he can't for liberate the party. Abdul say the party don't groom him. They need for free the party. Now, then get the king, when a fisher, we say, it cuts that middle. And now for slam injunction. Only way we need for do, now for let we see how best the other one them will put themselves together and say, no, let we swallow the pride in this way and this way. Let we go to election. Or let we go to convention. Let we just put house together and go to convention. Let the people go decide. But nobody not ready for that. Nobody. So who that get this them party na heart? Let me continue for listening.
Honorable Abdul Kagbo, are you banking on the wordings you've cited from the judgment? Are you banking on that to disrupt the progress or the leadership of Alfred Peter Conte? To say, in other words, are you fighting the war of the vacated executive members of the APC?
No, let me make this clear. I am fighting against unconstitutionality in the APC. I am fighting against dictatorship in the APC. I am being very, very compliant with the rule of the court and the constitution of the party. You understand? But let me tell you what is happening. Alfred thinks he has the audacity to go against the ruling of Justice Fisher. He has the audacity to go against the advisory notes of the PPIC. He has the audacity to go against the Sierra Leone police. And he has been doing it with impunity. Nothing has resulted. And let me tell you, Samuel, please, let me tell you. Alfred took this party to court because some people went against the constitution of the party. And at the end of the day, we had to spend 4 years in court. And at the end of the day, the judge ruled against the party.
Honorable.
Now, if
Honorable Abdul
want to...
Honorable Abdul Kago, Alfred Peter Conte has submitted here this morning that they've called about 9 meetings and you guys have not shown up.
That is
you, the members of parliament, you've not shown up. You've held the committee to ransom and they can no longer wait for you. So in other words, you're not treating the committee with seriousness. You feel and operate like you own the APC, and that is killing the progress of the APC. Is that anything to go by?
That is fallacious. I expect the truth to come out from Alfred as he is seated there. You know, that is fallacious. That is malicious. They have never summoned 9 meetings. It's a big lie. It's a big lie. And let me tell you how we normally summon meetings in the 21-man committee. It is myself, the secretary, who sends the meeting notice to every member of the committee. That is how it has been happening since we formed the 21-man, since we constituted the 21-man committee. So who can call meetings in the 21-man committee? It's the secretary. So if I don't call meeting, who else has the power to call meeting? And I have called meetings countlessly. I have sent the notice to the chairman, I have sent the notice to other members, and they have deliberately refused to attend these meetings. But in the past they were attending meetings summoned by me.
So are you saying, Honorable, just quickly out of curiosity, are you saying you've also been calling for meetings, but the chairman and his people have not been attending, and he also have been and his people have been calling meetings you've not been attending? So there is a clear line of division here that you have 2 ITGC running the APC?
No, not two. We have only 1 ITGC. And the decisions of that 1 ITGC should be by simple majority.
So, in all of this, the biggest problem, the center around the coming of Sam Sumana, where a very clear say, na him Peter the fight for. It don't be very clear from Peter say, the former flag bearer then just unpick him. He not win election, so he not fit for win election. So it just clear for say Peter no want Samora. Peter with all what he do, reinstate support from Sam Sumana, it's just too clear say Sam Sumana na in your interest. Whether he accept to that or not, na in your interest. So the question now, Samora and Sam Sumana, waiting na the role where they play in all of this. Peter say we want level playing ground. Abdul Kabo say we want level playing ground. Everybody want level playing ground. The level playing ground na convention. Una allow people for genuinely register. Peter, una all put heads together, not just say you go train. Una you go train young people them where they go do register and register young people. We don't say the una party card or una party register, it gets some problem. The best una can do, una all come together and make sure una work on them together. But if one person just get interest for go do in your registration, because he don't cry foul already, a big problem. Now a deliberate thing yesterday, we come up with something even before we notice say this injunction they come. We say Sam Sumana say peace. Samora say peace. They all want unity. How they can play, who's the role where they will play now? For make sure say everybody come together, then get a very big role for play. Other people and they say no, if they play out and go according to the story of the wise king Solomon, it's like we don't agree to Peter in your game plan, and then we don't go back to plan 0. Well, if you don't agree to Peter not agree to Paul or Abdul Kago, who say una dey so? Una don't move to stage 1, una don't go stage 2, or una still dey stage 0. Una get big people inside the party. Una get wise people white-ear people with wise ideas, with great knowledge. Wetin una go do for use their old knowledge and redeem una party from this kind of bondage? It's a very big question. But even when I see right now from people, when I observe, everybody just say, no, this not for win. No, this not for win. This not for win. This not for win. Una go say no win, election time, no win. And mind you, if court able for do anything to una self responsible. Because if una not been told case as Peter or whosoever go na court not the count case to una. Let me move.
The meeting I called was attended by 14 members of the committee. 14 members. Ask him, as he seated there, how many people attended this meeting. If you are not well constituted, you don't have the right to take decisions on behalf of the Itgc. If you are not well constituted, you don't have the finesse to take any actions on behalf of the Itgc. Alfred, APC was not handed over to you. APC was not handed over to you. APC.
So this is not the other big problem. Alfred, APC was not handed over to you. But if you listen to Alfred, it's like they hand over APC to me. How? If you listen to Alfred, he say, the only position where Fisher creates na the chairman, and other na the chairman na Alfred. He said the only person within all of the committee them na the chairman, and other na the chairman na Alfred. And the only person where he feels say then they go against na Alfred, and other na the Alfred na the chairman. So Alfred wants everybody for do things in your way. Is either my way or no way. We move.
It's an organized political party. You are just the head of Itgc. You are not to run everything as you do in your family. APC is not your family where you tell your kids, go and stand there, go and sit there, go and do this. And we have been tolerating it for quite a while.
Honorable Abdul, just...
So look at this, tolerating you for a while. Nobody know for tolerating company ideas. Nobody know for tolerating company. All man they on your own. All man they do your own thing. So Usai una party go end up for day. Usai. You know, now this week in talk about politicians, when they don't get power yet, they're very, very cool. They get all kind of ideas, but as they get power, so hey, they feel like a dictator. See no matter why they happen. We move.
Quickly.
Stand by, you can't get opportunity for call, and let me hear it from you. What do you yourself think?
Who would you want to be the flag bearer of the APC?
Anybody who wins in the National Delegate Conference. That is why we want to create a level playing field. We don't want to go against the Constitution. Let me tell you the intention of Alfred. He wants to go against the Constitution by illegally reinstating Chief Samsumana so that other flag bearers will take the party to court. And the party will not have the right to contest in the 2023 election. We have stood our ground. We have said nobody will go against this Constitution, and the decisions of Itgc are going to be by simple majority.
If you are accusing Alfred Peter Conte of being a sellout, Alfred has also submitted here that, I mean, you people are being financed by some state institutions, Honorable Abdul Kabu. So in essence, he's saying you have sold the party out to the ruling class and fanning the disunity. I mean, that deep-rooted feud is becoming bold because you've taken monies from the state to kill the party.
Again, you see, the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. You know, he has collected money from people, and he is under obligation to satisfy those people. You cannot collect more than 200 to 300 million from a flag bearer, and you have promised the flag bearer that you will reinstate him as against the Constitution, as against the ruling of the judge, and you have not succeeded in doing that. You think you can force your way in doing that. You have all seen in the open that monies have been given to him for which he has not accounted, and he is so insistent, he is so dictatorial, he is so disrespectful of Constitution, of state institutions. When we went to PPIC, he spoke to the chairman with arrogance, and that is the man that is set before you. You cannot blame for democracy when you yourself is not democratic.
Okay, so now you don't hear it from Alfred Peter Conte, you don't hear it from Honorable Abdul Kabu. The question now is, what do you think? I believe say most of you, if you not even supporter, sympathizer of the APC, but you as well don't follow the issue between and amongst them people here, where you get your way how you look at them particular issues there. So if you for come into this particular issue, what do you think say would be the best solution for this? Because what don't happen right now, let's show this. Let's show before I make a call. Judiciary of Sierra Leone High Court Judge Justice Adrian Fisher has slammed an injunction restraining all parties. In other words, the try for tell you say the High Court Judge, where they call Justice Fisher, he don't put one triangle restriction, or he don't decide for tap all parties na the Itgc, including when inside there you get the chairman, you get the secretary, for make them tap for do any activities regarding the Itgc pending the final determination until the yeri waiting at the final word where they come out from the ruling. You know, basically, you know, say them be going to court this BNTM, and this have been the talk the other time for this court. You see, one set of people going to court this BNTM say, well, we get contempt. We need for you can interpret back waiting you willing say, because it's like this the act in your way, this the act in your way. Alfred Peter Conte just there all over. So we want for una come back and carry it in. So if una dey make trangayes after una don't go lay complain, una dey still make trangayes, the court get for say okay, una look like say una no look get train, una sit down suffer. And one of the way I go see there, make una sit down suffer, go na injunction. And injunction basically means say nobody not for do anything until that case won't account to me back. You see, now this are the talk. Fisher is sit down with one case, in all the done, then the count other one back for him. So Alfred na first goat case waiting a court, in all done, the other one and back come. Say no, the way Alfred do so, look you can tell me about 555, waiting this mean. Then now Fisher don't sit down back now. He don't say okay, two na still don't count to me, and a power una don't count to me, una not still wait for me, una de pa all una lala pinta. Okay, now una all sit down suffer now. Or in fact, all man sit down are gone. He say nobody and no one foresee anything you go on. So that Alfred Peter Conte in training where say they do, it for stop. That meeting where they say they for all is stop. None of them no get right for all any activity inside the Itgc until that contempt case where they care go. Then give the final ruling or then able for give the final determination waiting that contempt case they mean and how it go end. And in not tap though, Fisher go forward and say anybody inside the Itgc will go against this me order, this me injunction. Inspector General of Police arrest anyone where they go against him. This now waiting Fisher say. So you see what I say? Fisher now they can meet to them. Now then they go meet Fisher. Now look inside and day. We go look for hearing from you. Now we can go on the line, let we hear your people and say, let's just give them 2 minutes. Welcome to the show, please. The name and the call from. There, you need the volume of your set so you watch through for me and low talk.
We had the call from we had. Good
okay,
morning,
welcome to the program, sir. You get 2 minutes. What do you think of this particular injunction and all of what you don't hear?
Well, a very simple, a very straightforward, a very clear. And me, to my own perspective of seeing things, Alfred Peter Conte gets an intention for destabilize the APC party.
Mm-hmm.
And I give you the reason. One, not they wouldn't form the APC party.
Mm-hmm.
But when they don't form them, the one they will form the APC party, they look ping, they say, Uda will bring follow, lead this party, follow will win election. And they say one man they wanna be the head of the, I don't know, the trade union or the workers union, wanna president Sheikh Stevie. Yeah. He say, Lord, go take a law with car with them, and then car with them. Everything support, they succeed and win the election.
Mm-hmm.
Now come back to the topic. Alfred Peter Conte, you don't win case in a court. If you won't win case in a court, then say, okay, take chairman from your own side. You decide for impose yourself. Now they go no says this man get intention. It be for make it simple. If it be the fight for justice, it be the fight for everybody. Say now I don't win this case. Now I don't call me 10 man them. Now then why I don't get the 11 man them. Now go now to election or vote for the chairmanship. Aside there, you can bring any argument you win. But in this decision, but a simple majority, the court make a shuffle. Alfred Conte, na the Stumble block APC. Not Honorable Abdul Kabo. This time, young contribution.
Thank you very much. God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
The line's still open. Let me take another call. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yes, welcome to the show. You name and inside the call from this now we had on YouTube and Facebook.
Mina Emmanuel. I come from the United States.
Emmanuel, go ahead. You get 2 minutes, please. What do you think of all of this? Injunction for the ITGC. No activity, no for go on. What's the problem there and waiting for be done?
The brother, like how you say, if you not actually sell yourself, it's not buy you. APC party be very highly unified before Alfred Peter Conte. But you see, let us not think too deep. Yeah? Sometimes we need to think as human beings. This whole situation right now, what happened, a movie script.
Okay.
Let us not forget say Fatima and an actress.
Okay.
Before the we get right now. You see, right now we get the actor and we get the toughest.
Okay.
And the toughest usually tend to be the toughest they die. In this situation, APC are the toughest.
Okay.
And SLPP are the actor. And then we don't set free up. This whole summary what they say right now, that the trap that we don't set. It's like where you shake a whap. Peter Conte, of course, now in the actor for the on behalf of the SLPP. You understand, eh? And it is shake the bunch. Immediately we shake, if the APC not be careful for react, obviously you go fall what? Victim. And right now we don't fall victim. You see, eh? So at this point, all we need to do, we need to come back to the drawing table as APCNs. Realize the situation is very critical for we because we don't get time on we side. We get for draw, we enemies that we get for draw them closer and try for rearrange yourself properly. Why would they try for rearrange? We try for go around the corner and hit back.
All right.
Very hard.
Thank
the way that they will realize
very
we unite.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. You're welcome, my brother.
All right. 2 minutes per call. Just 2 minutes per call. You call and tell me what do you think. This is not the biggest thing where they happen right now. Welcome to the show. This now we had on YouTube and on Facebook where they talk about the injunction whether they don't slam on the ITGC. What do you think about the issue?
Hello, we are the same PID.
Are they tried by the
Yeah, you see this injunction with the Islam, again in negative, again in positive.
Okay.
One, now go first on the negative side. The negative side is today, Abdul Kabo Miwan meets with the elders for see how they go first. First a peace, you understand, at the party, at the different communities. Now we don't block. You understand? And positive things of this, now they don't slow Alfred Peter Conte because of it won't go against the rule, because it won't punish the people
yes.
You understand? Which is you understand is undone,
yes.
Which is contempt of you understand? That don't take you dictatorship. Then let me I'll take some things me brother I want to watch this carefully, you understand? You see Alfred Peter Conte, you understand? It meant the party what it been this whole issue, Alfred Peter Conte. One, Sam Sumana issue, and so let me tell you, all these three didn't make so. Alfred Peter Conte will make it the tower, not to say in the tower for which because you don't eat, but the biggest problem that this whole issue at Sam Sumana. Because Sam Sumana, if you don't pop up, you understand it. If you don't say no to you, and if you don't come out, you talk to the people. They say, no, it's not to me. I want to let this party, let work to the party in constitution. If you don't come out clean, they say, no, go to the party in constitution. If they say, they pick me for flag bearer, it's fine. You not pick me, it's okay. But let the party get peace. But this, it's settlement. 4 years. You understand it? He said, you don't say anything, you understand? And after Peter Conte, what's in the other problem we they fight for? You know, say right now, you don't lose. You know, say the people in the country first, don't frown at them.
All right.
You understand now?
Sorry, I hope you get plenty time for little talk. But you don't exceed the time. Thank you very much. God bless you.
I'm getting one second. I'll judge for you.
Just give me, I'll give you 10 seconds. Go ahead.
Okay. One, you understand? The major problem for right and who I get for blame? You know that I get for blame back all this issue? And they blame the leader of parliament when I check it.
Okay,
you understand? My reason is, you understand it? I want the policy say Cherry Coco say you don't call these two parties. Let him make a one white. Say yes, you don't try for let unify them people there. Let bring things together. Let them know so the problem come up. But right now, if you look, everybody is in the pedal game.
Thank you.
You understand?
Very much.
This is the main point. Thank you very much, brother.
All right, to go on the line again and take another call. Welcome to the show. This now we are on YouTube and Facebook. When they talk about the injunction, when they don't slam on the ITGC. Your name inside the call from, please.
Okay, this is concerned citizen, the call from the US.
Go ahead, please. Get 2 minutes.
Okay, Senator Pierre, quick one. First of all, they use this on a media for make, not to me they tell you nothing for do. I know say on the try for be neutral because I they listen you know very very smart. I they watch your analysis and listen to them. You they try for be neutral, but it's clear from una your mouth. If you listen, all this like a set of plan between Marabio, how you call this guy? Young Keller and Samsung.
Okay.
You understand?
From the Ghana trip.
You get me?
Yes, please.
Yeah, the Ghana trip. They're all definitely no see. 90% of the APC members there, they don't want Samsumana. No lie for you. If they give Samsumana, they lost the election. Remember what happened when they unpick Samuel Kamara?
Yes.
Then all women. But right now, Samuel Kamara don't popular. Then no, this is the trend. I know one the propagate against this Peter Conte instead of, I know some of the type of the neutral. Instead of, when they say APC not ready, or they not ready. Now Peter Conte, they don't come, they do anything. If not for Peter Conte,
so the question why they ask you now, Peter Conte, not to APC?
The APC, when I use the user. You're right. Now use the user and you know the truth. If not to, let me tell you something. If not to Samsumana, even Samsumana can be party. They're not for we know. They don't say people are not going to vote for them. They get divide. And this way they happen like this Peter Conte wants. He wanted the Islam in jail. He wanted the party not go before. It's simple. Two questions now alone that they ask Peter Conte for a get chance. One, you just say I'm earlier on. If you say you reflect for this party, simple majority. How we analyze that? 7 people if the balance law they can able to take decision. If you love the party, no go wait on all day for make on take decision or go by simple majority. Why you let's say the other people and different people right. So it's clear for me to understand say Peter Conte na
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. God bless you. Okay. Hey, APC. APC. Hey, APC, tomato. Laughing out that song, neighbor. APC, tomato. And, APC, tomato long. Laughing at last if I even was there. APC tomato long. Last see. No, okay. APC tomato long. Hey God. Tomato long. APC tomato long. Tomato long. Hello.
Morning, Sungapia.
Morning. How are you?
Well, family member from Weird.
Okay, please go ahead.
Man, I listened to you carefully this morning, and it just drew me mind to yesterday when I tell you, see, honesty is a problem.
Okay.
There is no honesty in all of what's in the happen too. Let me just point something out quickly.
Right.
Somebody make reference to the leader of parliament, and I don't call the two party them.
Yes,
but the person forgets the leader of parliament appoints the 8th honorable them. So he's also part of the 8th honorable. So that's not possible. Secondly, Samsumana, if you really like this party, if you really like this party as you claim in your statement you play yesterday, if somebody they use your name in a derogatory way, what have you done? Have you come out to say, hey, stop, I don't do this, stop, not to this amino. I don't want this or I don't do this. Has he done anything like that? No. The answer is no. He not do that. He keep silent because waiting the other guy they do, it they in favor. Right? This not a thing. It's just sad that the people of Salon get for so far because of one set of people. Because in this case, all which explain, so it clear say Peter Conte, you wrong. Look, you get two people away at point we already left in camp because of that. Right? You get two people already left. But when you go back to something you say earlier, na selfishness. Because look, all the other 27 aspirants, them, who's one of them? I take Samoa out because he was a flag bearer. Who's one of them? You don't see they stand up, they condemn certain things that will happen on an IGTC day. None of them. Before that, when they call meeting, then get the meeting the way they go. Then get the comment the way they make. Just like we seen Samoa say yesterday, you get people already eye the PL, they fan the flame, they fan the fire. Right. Fisher, for now, honestly, if Oslo sell you streets, no go buy you. I'm sorry to say, but this injunction is a good and it's a bad thing. Because if Peter Conte is saying he want to take 20 days for the registration, look at that. Out of 20 days, who stay talking on the 15 or so, 20 plus 15 at 35, go to 25 days go left. You will go on no election inside 25 days.
All right.
What they show you see the
good question. Thank you very much, my brother. Yes, APC, you can't alone. I wish no more than go listen to the ordinary members. Welcome to the show, please. The name and the call from this now we are on YouTube. We're going to talk about the injunction.
Hello, we are down at the door.
We do fine by going by yourself.
Tell what I don't listen to our program. The injection is right because the Fisher don't get any the issue we get from it. He just get for stop all the activities and they don't go back to the team. But look at what did happen the full of the country. It's not about APC. People ain't feel for realize. The judiciary nine make affect 11 years civil war will kill ourselves. If we will not try for make things right, the judiciary, I'm afraid, Salome had the worst place where everybody is shocked. This one, they go back to the politicians, them not the north. If anything happen at that country, none of them feel safe, then they safe. Because if you look, they don't expose themselves, the people that don't see the bad politicians, then anything happen and they face the consequence of the uselessness. Okay, let's say Madam Bio or Fatima Bio and Bibi. But if you look the way a man are waiting they conduct themselves, they get themselves for blame. Did you get me? Fatima Bio don't tin up, he don't talk and clearly. So you know right. So the best way PC get for do now, Peter Conte, they get for one time, they want beef. Alexei ID say will for pull and didn't justify. Simple as that. Because they can't see away the court they do. This is a political party, not a one-man party. It get large population. If you look, anytime where SLBP win power, now the APC they break away. APC get the numbers where they will cost mayhem now the whole country all man they pay the price. So no one done it for happen. The judge therefore go back and sit down, look at the injection, then go back to negotiation table. But Peter Conte, they need for Conte, the grassroots them. And then you are one piece in that country. They not able to escape safe in the country.
All right.
Because then they are abroad, then go, then create me in the country and they try for escape. This time around, nobody know they come on that country.
Thank
God
you.
knows to make it out to you.
Very much, sir.
So they find it. Okay, bye.
Thank you. All right. I'll take more calls, no worry. But please, let's take this break quick. Let's just take this break quick, yeah? And get some small cash. I'll come back just now.
Just wanna drink and party all day.
This December, all routes lead to Freetown for the first ever Afro-Caribbean Festival. On the 28th of December, our international guests will arrive at Lunga International Airport. Please look for the bright colored line. On December 29, we will take you on a tour around the city to touristic sites. Later, from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m., join us in our Ankara pool parties. On the 30th of December, from 12 p.m. till 5 p.m. Get that sparkling ocean clean white for our beach all-white party at Decode Bar. Join us in our pajama jam starting at 7 p.m. till midnight. 31st of December will be time for some sand and sunbathing in our Juve on the beach at Kalon Kapak from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. Experience New Year's Eve in Freetown like never before in our New Year's Eve concert at Radisson Blu from 10 p.m. till dawn. On New Year's Day, Carnival will meet Lantern Parade from Radisson Blu all the way to Freetown Golf Club and back to Radisson Blu with a portrait of the legendary musician Ebenezer Kalenda, and that's from 12 p.m. till 6 p.m. because at 7 p.m. on New Year's Day, all roads will lead to Radisson Blu for the Africa Ball, for mixing the Sierra Leone culture with Caribbean culture to get a powerful cocktail of all-night entertainment. January 2nd, 2023 will be time for our guests to leave. So, grab your tickets now for the Afro-Caribbean Festival in Freetown from Eminence Africa Office 114 Pademba Road, Freetown, or call customer care on 030-200-555.
I turn up the fed till it's over.
Alright, the program where you watch right now. Now we are on YouTube and on Facebook. But before that, we'll just take a break from the Afro-Caribbean where they get the carnival where they come up from the 28th of December to the 2nd of January. So please join them. We just try to make small money. You are caller, you don't have the line. Thank you for being patient with. You already spent 2 minutes, so you don't at 4 minutes exact. You name and who said the call from?
No problem. The call from the one again. My name is Jimmy.
All right, go ahead.
Something they pay me so much. You know, while listening, you analyze, you commented the way they do. They so pay me so much that Alpha Peter Conte they behave like this. Did you get me?
Yes, we get you.
It's so pay me, so annoying. You know, I don't know how we country for be. I don't know how salon they go. This thing is so painful. Opposition. Like, look what happened in America. I don't forget America because I don't want to talk about this one. Like, they talk about my country because I know how they feel. This thing is supposed to go on. How did they go? If you plant ourselves back again, why did they allow let the people that vote? Then keep this man house, let it go your way. Come on, I need to go take money for support. And that man, they leave America. When they go sit down in that country, APC they allow for the good rule party, it's in a penny. Why the watch and rubbish nonsense stop with it all? It's in a penny so much. And what I learn that today is my first time for Koreso. My first time for that call today.
It's okay.
And I did follow on our program, I did listen everything. I'm not killing for call because some nonsense some people they were seeing a slap at the gide. Let the Peter focus. I slap no one finally give. Who's can useless life is this? You they fight for yourself. People they fight for the country.
I beg, no slap. All right. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Okay.
Hope for more of you in the programs. Then thank you. God bless you.
No problem. I didn't know your side.
All right. No, Allah. We go on the line again, Sister Admin. By the way, one for say Prince Top. Thank you very much for your stars. Sister Admin, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Hi,
You just
Sembeke.
wake.
Hi, Facebook. Hi, YouTube. No, I've done the listen. Una, I just not comment no more. I just lay down and they listen.
You tired. Then shock
Everybody.
you.
Sembeke, everything you said, you did on point, and everybody else would on call and they on point. But the question here is for you guys. They always they talk to APC stand up, APC stand up. Sembeke, when I forget the regime, when it rule we. The motive right now is to just take all those people and go put them one side and give them a blame, say they did something. Now don't not forget this one side of Abdul Kabir, then they do the right thing, and then the one side of Peter Continent, they do the right thing. We all don't see what Fatima Biodon come openly say APC the katakata not begin itself. So what we supposed to do here? And then Fisher, everybody is see APC problem and Fisher they give everything that has to do with APC and Fisher. Fisher said no go sit down between the lines and read and say why is everything about this party in the middle they give. Even if you get grudges, you get animosity. Just like what you said about the Bible, the story inside our Bible. Why una no go sit down and think for the sake of the vulnerable people, then the masses then are salon. Don't try to fix things them. But APC problem and Fisher. Fisher said no they relent. You don't can't slam injunction. Injunction maybe it's for the better of the party, or who knows, if not for the bad again for the party. Now let we see if Alfred Peter Conte they go against now this injunction. Then we know now say the government and the court and the police then they work, hand in hand with Alfred Peter Conte to make them cause destruction now the party and the country. Because you know how many
as
thousands
you talk
of people,
this word,
millions
there's
of
something
people
kind of
that
in
suffer.
mind. Yeah. Under this tweet, then say Fisher order the police for arrest anybody when you go against this.
Exactly.
Before this time, we don't hear people they say they must arrest Alfred before he come out of the country. Well, if that not happen, that means say true, Alfred they work with SLPP. Move.
Thank you. Well, that's what I want to see now. Now, make I say this might be good for APC, it might be bad for APC. So now we see how things then they go. If Alfred they go against, they go and register people them, it go and make all kind of cards them. Now we see if the police then go ahead and arrest Alfred. So me, I just wanted them continue to keep the peace because these people are against something. We all say now APC for Tima, APC for Tima, APC Tima to take all that. It's not about Tima. They don't Tima for such a long time. 4 years they don't Tima. How long they will continue for Tima? Now if they act now we say one will come back to my and talk say, oh, why they behave this way? They're ruthless. They're this. They're violent. So what do we want? We have to ask ourselves, what do we want? Now we the people that will come out again and say enough of this. Either una give them people that are ruling them, or the country they at peace.
Right.
We the people now we get for do that. Not to APC, SLPP again. No, this now between we the people then now inside the country now we for team up now and say we want to move forward. We are tired. We cannot go back from this we don't come up before.
Okay.
So we need to cut this case. I think the people have something to do with this too. Thank you very much. Happy Saturday, everyone.
Thank you very much.
You can't tomato long. That's a different name. That's a way.
All right, we go on the line and take another call. Hey God, not just come on. Yes, welcome to the show, please. You name and say the call from this now we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Where they talk about the injunction, please go ahead.
Hello, Sangwepe. This is Joe. I call from Northern Virginia.
Hey, Joe, welcome, sir.
Yeah. I want to do. Thank you for everything.
Yes, sir. The try, sir. Yourself.
Thank you. Well, this injunction, just a continuation of the destruction where Bio and cronies they want for always they do to the APC party. But the whole thing gets started from Alpha Saidu. Alpha Saidu don't tell me this long time ago, if we still remember, where he say the APC party then get for make sure say then destroy them to zero. Whoever we go there, nobody not go able to stand anything anymore. And then we read this from NDBO himself say for go unoppose. And he wife back said the same thing. So this not just a continuation, but then they forget say not to the APC party no more than they destroy. They are also destroying the country. Because the man himself, when Maharabio,
Ain't no say you're not capable, you're not able for do anything better for that country. You're not able for do anything good for that country. So what thing they happen so right now, it's just a continuation of whatever it is. They go hire a judge, when Adrian Fisher now in for them all kind business for APC, no APC. You know they go do work where supposed for be a better work na court. And all they do no more day after APC. Every now and then something don't come up. It's just about this APC party. But if they forget say God not asleep. We will believe say we Sierra Leoneans them God will must make this whole thing get solved and APC go get peace and APC go able. I know say time is against us so badly right now. But I believe say God in own power will go able to solve this problem and then we will get a leader. As soon as that leader they stand, they go able to beat Marabio. Marabio not go able to win any election as alone. You know that. Thank you very much.
We'll go on the line again and take another call. The program now we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Please reduce the volume of your set, please. Welcome. This is not YouTube. We are. Where they talk about the injunction.
Yeah, what happen? You know, say where they listen, somebody can talk, then pick a call. Now make it confused. Okay. Thank you very much, Sengbe Pierre, for giving me this opportunity for talk. I mean, a concerned citizen. I call from Italy.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. And one thing where they fail for know now that the people of Sierra Leone want a change. And not like and then feel say by muslim the APC when I'm own party, then they're able they go able for stay in the power. And they tell you something, if they succeed for Mosul APC, will they erect Femi Claudio School? Will they erect and will they evoke them? Now tell every Sierra Leonean that is listening to me now, if these people succeed in Muslim APC, would they invoke Femi Claudio School, and she's going to be the first executive female president of Sierra Leone. And as I talk so, they say if they don't be careful, and I know say when Femi Claudio School come, you understand? Sometimes Samura Kamara go able hide them, waste them, but when Femi Claudio School come, it will expose everything. And I tell you, I know what are they talk. I know maybe this not in the minds of other people. If they try for Mosul APC say for contest, Femi Claudio School in party is what we all they go there. All road leads to Femi Claudio School. Can this contribution I get me, brother?
All right, I think it make team B. All thing gets about. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Yeah, they don't go for Sidon there. Would they pull there?
All right, thank you, sir. All right, so first of all, go to we challenge, yeah? We want for each 100,000 for meetup December 2022. This December, when I'm in birthday, the channel in birthday and Bible in birthday. So we the challenge we set for each 100,000 subscriber by this December. So now we get 60,905. So first of all, by the time we end this program, we get more people that we don't join we. We want for see this thing that translates to 61,000. So now 61,000. In other words, we get another 95 people wait for subscribe now to this channel, and then they watch me right now when they're not subscribed yet, and then we can reach 61,000. We go small. So please, if you're not subscribed, welcome to the latest family member. If you're not subscribed yet, please continue to do that for we. Sorry to this call, I want to pick, but you don't go now. So please, if you're not subscribed yet, do so for we now. Welcome to the show, please. This now we are on YouTube and on Facebook. We listen. We get a program we call Injunction on the APC Itgc. What do you think about them? Your name and said question, please.
Hello.
Yes, please. You're live.
Yeah, hello. We had me fumble down. Morning, good afternoon, Saunadi.
How you do, ma'am?
Me we had picking.
Okay.
But are they USA now?
All right.
I don't they follow up on all waiting on the talk, and I just pray that God will help and intervene at the situation. But if we go back concerning the injunction, let me keep to the point. You for realize say PPRC in the letter the state say, then they wait for let the judge interpret. And so Peter Conte knows say whatever he do, PPRC not go accept her, he go back na the court. And so PPRC don't go back, don't send letter to Fisher, so then go for wait for let Fisher interpret really what he mean, but the rights the way he give the chairman and the rights the way he not give the chairman. But I want to make everybody know say, regardless what Peter Conte do, APC go stand the election. But the thing about we problem na Sierra Leone, we know the reason beyond we safe. Pride na in the bring we down. Not until that pride they come up from we people then go suffer. Because Peter Conte where he monatete in the Canada na America go can't take food stamp. We people that way then a salon they not get food stamp for them get for take. And this thing they go and Fatima in the move you see how they go about within people them, SLPP then they flourish and everything. I just pray that God go make, we pray that the heart of in Peter Conte, God go work on his heart and God go work on Fisher in heart. That's then go take away selfishness and then go put the country first and God go make the election go before that. No problem, no go there. But I believe say where PPRC don't send a letter, Fisher go must return to them and APC go able for move forward and do what they're supposed to do. Thank you for all what una they do. May God bless una and may God keep una.
Thank you. God bless you too. All right, I'll go on the line again. Let's see. But before I go on the line, please do not forget to subscribe button. Welcome to the latest family members them. And we really want to let you subscribe to we. Please give me the 95. Let's get 61,000 before they done this program. But at the end this person at the call, why I take this break quick? APC team up trade. Now then say APC you can't tomato. Anyway, Lano can talk bad. What now? Welcome to the show. Thank you for your patience. We name any call for please. We talk about the injunction where Fisher don't slam on the Itgc Peter Conte and Abdul Akagbo.
And brother, now the selfishness way beyond the world they kill themselves for don't where would they hail in that country they don't put it. The position will be so deep. You see, like with the thing with that man before this last scholar, anything they do, if always their plan B. And me, I support that position.
For the family.
Because if we get a woman with the health cash, and he's 100% right. If we get a woman where they can take over because let them continue with their faith. This everybody knows. Peter Conte and SLPP installer for destroy millions of people and your way forward. Other country. It is sad. Saloma we too short-sighted. If I don't do laws, they see how the thing they go. Anything where them people they are talk. That's the way they manifest. Fatima, from where he did was it UK or US where he talked that word, they not even complete a week, 90 things start. And up to now, we are still on it. So automatically, that don't tell you, say, Peter Conte and his co-host na SFP operatives. And if there is no plan B, we are yet to become a doom. We will go still there by this dance and then people are going to go unopposed. The next 5 years, my dear, I not get for sweet. This one I play. This one I play. Now smoke. The one way they can next. Salon go turn hell.
All right. Thank you. God bless you, my brother.
Yes. You're welcome, brother.
All right. So not forget we sorry about this. Not forget we subscriber. We don't get 909. We still need 91 for go to 61,000. Still need 91. Welcome to the latest family members that don't join. We don't subscribe to the channel. If you don't do so, if you watch me on Facebook self, It's not bad at all. You can come over quick now YouTube and subscribe to whether you go back. Please, please, please help we follow each 100,000 for meet up this December. So in the meantime, I'll take 5 more calls whilst we take this particular break. It's a program that we had on YouTube and on Facebook. We'll take another call. Welcome to the show, please. Your name and inside the call from, please. Will they talk about the injunction?
Hello?
Yes, please. You're live on Weird. Will they talk about the injunction?
Yes. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning.
How are you, man?
My name is somebody at the call somewhere.
Okay.
Thank you so much for we pick me call. And thanks so much for this analysis. I think that was brilliant. But for me, with this injunction, I think that the best thing is that happened to APC. For now, it's good that they don't slam this injunction. Let everybody sit down and take a breath and see what's in the happen. Because Peter Conte, everybody knows, say, first of all, you not qualify for lead, you don't know how to manage the people then, and the guy did not get a clue about what APC want or what APC not want. I listened to an interview, I think it was on AYV a few days ago. The Ghana is creating the constitute a quorum. And they say as long as people they meet, whatever decision they make, that's final. So if he and 3 people then go sit down in a room, they meet. As long as they're all 3, they're all 4, then are part of the Itgc, that is it. Whatever decision they make in that room, as long as they meet. So you know, if you understand what it mean, what they say, you need to form a quorum before your decisions then become binding through simple majority. So the guy not even understand, and me are glad the way people they don't harass them to a point. I don't like violence. Me naturally I don't like violence, and I don't feel say violence are the right way for go. But let them make us so uncomfortable that you don't even get side for sit down. Anybody will go visit, let them go harass and they. Because now it will play with people their lives. We all know how the country they go. We're not sure. To be honest with you, I'm not sure if APC are the right party. I'm not sure. But if finally we get an alternative to SLPP, because when we get an alternative, maybe you will moderate them small in some of the excesses then. Because for the last time, the first lady, I don't know, Saigos says JMP, they didn't, then go submit $1 million for SLPP campaign. You know, they work, you know, they buy, you know, they sell. When all put together, when I'm not even worth $100,000. They show that they go give party 1 million. That anti-corruption not even arrest them because that's the corrupt act then they. Now corrupt act. We say they pull up on explain wealth. Then then just get so much excesses. Nobody know they for stop them. So if we get APC as an alternative, we will say okay with this day. So let them go make us SLPP they afraid small because the way APC they go. To be honest with you, I think that this whole problem, I blame her a little bit on honest. Because if you don't be grab, you go make yourself a leader for life. But you send that Peter Conte for care and go court. Then if Peter Conte don't care and go court, at least then if I don't say, listen, you don't need for being leader for life. You don't do your own way. Then we'll take this out of court law, sort out. You don't need for let them wait to take Fisher pass judgment. Fisher don't pass judgment now. When I don't grab again, when I don't go bring Sansumana. Sansumana already got a political party. You know, that political party they don't, they can't accept her into this one. Is it allowed?
All right.
The constitution not allow that. They will not allow it for happen. They will not even supposed to just say, okay, fine, we all want big flag bearer, let's all come together, then we have a meeting, then we call a stakeholders meeting, now we discuss with this Peter Conte, let's say we really what he want.
Right.
Because I still think much that they sing God.
That's
but
true.
Anyway.
Thank you very much, my sister. God bless you.
Okay, bye.
I'll take 2 more calls. Welcome to the show, please. Your name and inside the call from to talk about the injunction for the ITGC.
Yeah, hello?
Yes, please. You're live.
Yeah, how do you do?
You're okay, you safe?
I think the main point, this injunction where the judge don't slam back, I believe say maybe will be fine.
Okay.
For APC. Because Fisher and I make the ruling and do everything. But if this thing they go the way how you're not supposed to go, everybody they point finger at Fisher saying that they want to delay the ABC while Alfred Peter Conte there under the doing thing, then everybody they point finger back to the government, saying that the government they do this, they on the hand they. So if Fisher they look at and say, okay, let's do this. So it better when Fisher don't do this. All man know now saying that Fisher now all APC now. Everybody know now. You know? So let Fisher all APC, say APC no contest the election. Everybody know now say, now Fisher now the problem. So right now the problem do identify to one person. So Fisher don't take up the lead. They don't vote them go. You know waiting Fisher go for come up. But me believe saying a positive thing for come. Because in just one for eradicate the bad name way I believe say then they want put amper or then they put amper. I believe say maybe that make you afford one. Or sometimes the whole is looking for car now, it can straight say okay whether the whole executive will not continue or if pick other people them way at least I believe they move ahead with the party activity. It's simple. They move fast. It might be so. So no see and say maybe what you do so something bad. It might be saying a good thing. You see? So Lord just put fingers there cause Lord left for the mean bad all the time, bad. Then people are listening. They listen to we. So what will they talk? And this government now social media government.
Yes, exactly.
You understand? So everything we will talk now from the social media they take them before they implement them.
Right.
They're doing.
Okay, thank you very much.
So you're welcome, my brother.
Yep. The program where they talk about an injunction for the Fisher and the ITGC. Welcome to the show.
Okay. Yes, sir. Welcome to the show. I don't think I'm in at the last person now because I'm ready and say 2 more calls. I just can't join the program. Me, what I want to say, it came as no surprise because the reason why I'm saying that, I think 2 days before this injunction came out, there was an audio which they make the rounds where somebody talks how Peter Conte with some cohort and he surrogates them and he henchman them, then go now Waterloo Street to one lawyer, Django one and lawyer, for there, then go make an injunction. So now this here we are today, the injunction now is in effect or is in place. So in the final say Fisher now one of the people who try for destabilize APC. I don't say this time I don't begin to produce them, but they send them to individual and for they don't listen them and they say them very happy for the audio and they go viral. So Fisher now my way they put in life in jeopardy because if you get conscience, first of all, them you don't care go Peter Conte and a court because of contempt by Lajal and others legal luminize them. Wait, if you don't address that issue, they don't pass 1 week now, 1 month ago. Now because of this thing around the boil to a point now, you see people that don't go take over the party office. They don't go attack Peter Conte. PPRC itself don't come strongly. Now that you feel say Fisher they take this action now. Why we don't do all this here? They drag foot, they procrastinate and deliver the whole process. Why Fisher for do all that kind here? Me that injunction, even though that lady they talk say yes for do because even people's power say it's good. They not stop APC for any activity for any whole meeting. The ITGC no activity, now they curtail or now they stop short. They not for do anything. I hear people's power. When we come now, they listen a lot of groups them. So Fisher, then they work in tandem with the government and they always say with PPRC. Fisher, he gets a personal vendetta against APC. Most of the APC cases, they now they handle them. Why you as a judge, and I cook judge, and I corrupt judge, and I shyster, where them you don't even ban for all position like that by the then Chief Justice on Awatijan Jalo, where this SLPP can and they reinstate him. You understand? We are all fully aware about that. So it's not even qualified again for even practice.
Okay, so now this be my bone of contention. Say, let's say now true say them we don't ban on because myself aware of that one day enough for practice. But now this government don't can put and they don't reinstate them. When me say they get the right, the government don't get the right. So now,
but why the government? Yes, I go
ahead, sir. Now the role of APC now for find ways and means how for balance fisher. Yeah, and how they for find ways and means.
I just make an audio on that. So me, I want every flag bearer them put aside all the egos them.
Good.
Be you Sam Sumana.
Good.
Be you Samura Kamara. Be you Richard Conte, because I was impressed the other day. I had Richard Conte on a forum. I think at the TNN. They said the long result for saying they come for only meeting.
Fine.
And I was so happy about that. But I think that meeting will not be materialized. So they all for come. It's not about should I forget. Now for all for galvanize so that they come to one. Would that God give say for being flag bearer? Then go na 11 playing field. Would that the delegates and go choose say the flag bearer? I feel say that they for do. They for fall on the posting right by the committee have been talk. I say like even some Sumana, if I even tell Peter Conte say this case only in a court, no pull, come to party, no try for salvage the country. The people in the so far, not for APC, now for everybody in the country, and that feels saying the way forward. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah, no, well, I'm not done, but I feel saying some time done.
Can enjoy.
So, you understand? Now that I will talk, I just make an audio on that.
All right.
You know, power now God they give person. Not say because me not get well, for the world not go get, because some people then get that kind of feeling this, you know. But then for members say this now party, some people then we don't benefit, they don't be ministers them. Some man don't be ambassador, some man don't benefit by the government. If you go don't flag you, God don't mark you as a flag bearer, not come hard, you know, pauper, if you not be flag bearer, and the way undermine, when at least they are
me or nobody.
Otherwise, yes, either me or nobody, and you know for me so.
All right,
even
thank you very much.
Okay, last topic. Yeah, thank you very much. God bless.
All right, I appreciate all the time inside the program. But before that, listen, I like this song with them Mami do. Now this all has to say let APC team up trade. I wish the one the way they lead, the one them way they be they go follow this kind of song. Okay, I'll give this person bonus call because now we had it to come out. Welcome to the show, please.
Hello.
Yes, please. You did live on We Are now YouTube and on Facebook.
Yeah. I call from Sierra Leone.
Yes,
sir. Name is Mohammed.
Mohammed, go ahead. You get 2 minutes.
Yeah. And one guy we call, we talk to like the two parties here, SLP for mix up APC. That's true. Because as they can say, other parties here, not so APC, SLP no more. Not say starts. Now do tenants. Now make for the country, make forward. Other parties here don't know. It's where they will give their votes for their will. All the people in this country will vote for all we get. But me call on one person. Because I could say, can I say, APC people don't get Sierra. Not today. You know, but then like, not for me, not for your life, the other person will get this again. You know, I mean, say that I don't give them because the best candidates, they was the campaign for our. But don't see that say that the people will vote for now, they pala.
But with the campaign for them, who will campaign for them? Thank you. But you sure say then corrupt one and back no go can and for can corrupt and back, eh?
They pick nobody there. They already participate. You don't jump parts, you don't make parts. You they pick. They no fresh mistake. Man in our college they get they make they take push. Not to say come people can't take come people. No. They do cross one.
Thank you very much, Pame. God bless you.
Yeah.
Like I say, I like this song. So please, let me go. Now let go. The subscribers, please. We thank you all. We don't subscribe. Welcome to the latest family members then. And please, do not forget as well. One other big component now the area of the likes. The likes we get 389 with 165 likes. Please like the program for we and share and thank you very very much. Let's play this while I wait for the likes for increase and the subscribers. thank you so very, very much for joining inside the program today. My name is Tembepe, the freedom fighter. Well, before I get for left now with pre-owned Sidrat Women's Organization. Yes, we get for left now, dandy. But before that one day, please, we get 60,915. 60,916 now. Welcome to the latest family member. We appreciate you now. Please, increase the like button for we before they go. And then share the program. Share. Don't forget for share the program. Let's just remind you now of waiting Justice Fisher say. Basically, the High Court judge when they call Justice Fisher don't give one triangle injunction where they tap or all the party them inside the Itgc, including the chairman and the secretary, for make them not do any activities we get for do with Itgc because until they get the final word where go come out of the ruling for sake of that case where they go back say contempt day inside the Itgc and then don't they go against the court ruling. So then they wait for that particular thing until that particular judgment or until they come with that final ruling on that contempt proceeding day, they're not for do anything. When we say right now, Abdul Kagbo don't turn handicap, Peter Conte don't turn handicap, or all the activity of Itgc, not the work at all. Well, if anybody dare, if anybody mistake, if anybody go against waiting this ruling or this injunction say, Fisher say the Inspector General of Police in don't give him the order for make he arrest anyone when they go against this particular injunction. Well, until we meet again, my name is Tembepe, the freedom fighter. God bless we country Sierra Leone, where we call we are. I left you with this message from Sidrat Women Organization.
This organization is sponsored by Mama Sidratu Aminata Kamara from the United States of America. 91 big boy Peking.
Hallelujah. Get the front team this. Lampe 091 Salex Cultural Hero. Sidras Women Organization. They come for every one. Sidras Women Organization. Yeah. They come for every one. Yeah.
Then they are so for feeding for. They try their best for everyone. Disabled they cry. They don't get help at the street. Woman they die.
Sidras don't come for everywhere. Sidras Women Organization. They come for everyone. Sidras Women Organization. Yeah. They come for everyone. Yeah.
And they are so for feeding for. They try their best for everyone. Disabled they cry. They don't get help at the street. Woman they die.
Sidras don't come for everywhere.
They did for me and you, for we all. Make we come together and stand tall. They come for do their best to the poor. East, west, south, the east, and the north.
Afuma me no supported, kare mara afuma mone. Afuma me no supported, kare mara afuma mone. Anye antite, ale yumu galane. Anye antite su, ale yumu getane. Omeru tamarane. Omeru tamarane. Afuma me no supported.
Yo, they come for help the young one them, especially with the poor one them, and they come for make let we future bright. Make we come together, let we put them to light.
This na Sidras Women's Organization for Development. We motto na struggle for survive. We come na salon for ka help the poor people them, the disabled people them. Let we all come together and push Mama Salon go before.
Amaranga Boderia, Akarakana Karaya, Amaranga Boderia. Serious Women Organization, they come for help with the poor one. Serious Women Organization, yeah, they come for help with the poor one. Yeah, then they are so for feed the poor. They try their best for help the poor. Disabled they cry. They don't get help at the street. Woman they die. See that strong come for help.